is tuska juk na scale. First a drink and then a story. Well, I was thinking of the old days down in Kenmare. Every year they would have a winter fair. People would gather around and they would purchase all the things they needed for the coming winter. And among the people who would come would be these two old poets. They would be there every year. Each of them would buy a cow for the pot. You know, a bit of meat to carry them over the cold season. And once they had done that, down they went to the pub to celebrate their purchase. This particular year, each of them had bought a beautiful black cow, lovely animals. They tied them up outside the pub and went inside to celebrate their victory over prosperity. By the time they come out, of course, it had become very cold, and 'twas very dark as well. They untied the two cows, but the cows had been standing in the cold for a long time, and they decided amongst themselves 'twould be a good idea to get some exercise. And off they ran into the darkness. Fine chance these fellas had to find them, two black cows in the darkness. Off the poets went, swinging their sticks through the brush, trying to find their two cows. There'd be a thrashing and a slashing and a thumping when one of them would get clouted by the other one. And there'd be a little bit of cursing, of course, at the end of that. There'd be some more thrashing and slashing and another thump, and the other poet would have something to say about the situation. This sort of thing went on all the night, until finally, as the dawn awoke, there were the two old poets, driving along the road a pair of tatty old bullocks. The trouble is, you see, these weren't their bullocks. They belonged to a local farmer. By the time these animals had been returned to their proper owner, and everyone had searched through the hills, through the brush and over the boreens and found the two old farmers' cows, things were very well spread around the neighbourhood. Everyone was out watching these two old poets stumbling along the road with their two black bullocks. They were a laughing-stock of the countryside. But the next year, there they were again at the fair. And there they were again, sitting at the table in the pub. Well, of course, everyone was remembering the year previous and all the fun that was had at their expense. The word was passed from table to table and from man to man, and a little bit of an elbow nudge and a little bit of a snicker. Well, these poets knew they were being talked about, and they were not fond of the idea until finally one of them stood up. He addressed the assemblage. "We don't give a damn about darkness, be it blacker than nature allows. We prepared ourselves this time, me buccos. We purchased two lovely white cows." Wouldn't you know it? That night it snowed.